Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session of SPT or Special Product Presentation together with me, Ras Giliera, one of the international trainers of AIM Global Nigeria. Kamusta po kayong lahat? And how far to all my people here in Nigeria? So it's a new week, it's a new day, and it means there will be a lot of blessings and there will be a lot of good news that we are going to receive today. So, my question to each and every one of you, are you ready? Okay. So, it's very early in the morning and we're going to talk about the wonderful products of the company. So, I know some of you who will be watching this later on is going to ask, who am I? Once again, I am Ras Giliera, commonly known here as Ingbosi, Belema, Ewa, Mariam, Nana. I have a lot of names. It's because I've been traveling in different parts of Nigeria and I was given those wonderful names with a lot of meanings, different meanings, unique meanings, my dear friends. So I am a nurse by profession, but today I am going to use that particular profession of mine to explain the wonderful products of the company. So if you are ready, my dear friends, then type it there in the comment section below ready, or you can just simply send me a lot of thumbs up or a lot of likes. So let me start by recognizing and acknowledging each and every one of you who are messaging us there at the comment section. Let me start with Mr. Ernie Cuevas. Kamusta po kayo dyan, sir? Good morning. Happy business day. We also have Azubuike Felix. Good morning, Ma'am Ras. Hi. Okay. Nura Ibrahim is here. Good morning. And my sister Faith in Potakot is there as well. Thank you very much. And Felix Ofozor is here. New week, new blessings. We're ready. That's very good. So now, without further ado, let me share my presentation. It's because SPT or Special Product Training, my dear friends, is one of the trainings that is long compared to our usual training of Ed Plan 3.0. But this time around, we're going to talk about it so that we know our products well. Okay, the reason why our company is very stable, we were able to be in this industry for a very long time, it's because of the products. Okay, not only because of the marketing plan or the compensation plan, but because of the products of the company. So let's find out what's the reason why this products was able to make our company very stable. And at the same time, let's talk about what is it in them that makes them this wonderful, that makes people love them much more. Okay, so here we go, and let's talk about SPT. Okay. So as promised, I'm going to do this training this Monday. Okay. And this one is a little bit longer compared to the product presentation on our ed plan, because there we're just going to talk about general knowledge that we already know about the products, especially the C24/7 and Complete Phyto Energizer. But here we're going to talk about some of the things that we don't usually discuss on our usual trainings. Okay, so here we go and let's get started. Okay. Here, my dear friends, in this company, we believe that the greatest wealth is health, which is very true. Even for me, I believe in this one. It's because definitely the money that we're going to save, the money that we're going to earn in different kinds of career or profession that you're going to have in the future or right now, it will not be, this particular money that we're going to have will not be that helpful to us. Okay. And will not have that much worth if you are unhealthy, if you are having a lot of illnesses and sickness. Imagine yourself being sick. And instead of you going outside, you are there coping up in your, coping up in your home, or maybe you are admitted in the hospital. And of course, if you're sick, you expect that you need money for you to be cured of such certain conditions. So that's the reason why right now, before we always talk about the compensation plan of the company, we are emphasizing how important your health is. this product of ours is not just any product that can help you to start a business. This is the product that can make sure you can prevent a lot of diseases, and it will help you to nourish your body for you to be healthy. Okay? So here, we believe that prevention is better than cure. We focus more on preventing the disease from happening, from preventing the virus, the bacteria, or different kinds of foreign body that can harm your body. Because if you're already sick, it means there is something wrong going on. So what we need to do is to prevent that from happening. Some of you will ask, what am I going to do, or what are we going to do if right now we are already experiencing these health problems or health issues? I already have signs and symptoms. You don't need to worry. The products that we have will help you, my dear friends, not only to prevent, but at least alleviate the discomfort that is brought about by the condition that you have. For example, if you have arthritis, rheumatism, diabetes, we have a lot of products, my dear friends, that we can offer or we can recommend to you to make sure that it can alleviate the discomfort that you are experiencing. Okay? And sometimes it can even help you to get rid of that problem that you have in your body. Okay? Because when you say you are sick, it comes from different reason. It's not only because of bacteria. It's not only because of viruses. Sometimes there is something lacking in your body. The nutrients is lacking there. Or there are deficiency. That's the reason why you are experiencing what you are experiencing right now. So that's the reason why when you are taking the product, sometimes you will feel that it's as if the problem in your body is already gone. It's because maybe the cause of your signs and symptoms is because of deficiency, okay, lack of nutrients. We don't know. And that's the reason why we're talking about this product presentation. Okay, we also have, okay, how are you? Now, we're having this kind of training. It's because we have a lot of products. And of course, different products have different benefits, different components. And we need to know what are the purpose, why did we put these components, and how these products can help us. So that's the reason why we need to have this training. What will happen to you if you're not going to train yourself, if you're not going to feed your mind with a lot of information? Of course, my dear friends, it will be hard for you to explain the effectiveness and how wonderful the product is. Some people will ask you questions. You cannot stop that because they want to know more about what product you offer. So in order for you to properly introduce the products to them, you need to know more. That's why we have trainings just like this. So aside from that, of course, my dear friends, if you don't know much about the products, aside from the fact that you're not giving the right information, you're also giving yourself a lot of stress. And of course, if you are very stressed, did you know that it can increase your sugar level in your body? And when that happens, it can lead to a lot of different kind of bodily conditions such as diabetes. And of course, diabetes, if you're not going to do anything about it, there will be a lot of complication that might happen in the future. So as they say, okay, calm minds bring inner strength and self-confidence. So that's very important for good health. So aside from the fact, my dear friends, that it can lower your stress, by knowing more about your business, about your products, it can give you enough self-confidence to properly do this, to share the products, and at the same time, to give them the right information to make them healthy. Okay. So how are you, Julia O. Jose? Hello, Ma'am Ras, watching from Singapore. How are you, Madam? So let's talk about this one. What are our products? Our products are supplements. Type it there at the comment section below, supplements. Supplements are herbal medicine. Why is it we called it supplements? Because we supplement what is lacking to our body. Okay. That's the reason why we call this kind of products supplement. According here, it's intended to provide nutrients that may otherwise not be consumed in sufficient quantities. Supplements may include vitamins, minerals, fatty acid, or amino acid. So if you're asking why is it that there's people who are experiencing iron deficiency anemia, it's because they have deficiency in iron. So what are you going to do? You need to supplement them with iron to make sure that that problem of IDA or iron deficiency anemia will not be there, giving a lot of wahala in their everyday lives. Because if you have this kind of condition, iron deficiency anemia, you cannot perform well. First things first, you feel weak. Second, my dear friends, you cannot function well, especially if you are in school, that you really need to use your brain because how are you going to pass your examinations if your brain was not developed well due to lack of oxygen or due to lack of red blood cells? So what are you going to do? Then here you go, we have supplements and we have this iron that can help you to supplement what is needed in your body. Next, benefits. Provides all nutrients that the body needs. It depends on the supplements, my dear friends, because there are supplements that are just focused on minerals, supplements that are focused on vitamins, and supplements that is focused on multivitamins together with minerals. Sometimes it's just amino acids, or sometimes it's just fatty acid. It depends. But the products that we have, that I will introduce you later on, they vary. Okay. C24/7 has this kind of components, Complete has this kind of components, Colidus has this kind of components. Thus, since they have different kinds of components, definitely you can recommend them in different kinds of conditions as well. The question is, what kind of condition are you going to recommend this kind of products? Okay. How are you, Mr. Solomon Eze? Good morning, everyone, he says. Okay, right on, ma. That's true. Nura Ibrahim, wonderful. Ma'am Joanna Joseph and Mr. Nura Ibrahim, together with me, Ma'am Julia Jose. Okay, let me give you all a lot of heart emoji. So what are the effects of taking supplements? There's a lot of effects. Look at this one. Number one, it helps to strengthen the immune system, definitely. Reduce risk of Alzheimer's disease. So what is Alzheimer's? That is forgetfulness. And the forgetfulness that you're going to experience here is not just simply forgetting your answer to your exam or simply forgetting where you put your glasses or your pen, but forgetting even the most important relative that you have, the most important memories that you have, my dear friends. All of this will be gone, or you will forget about it if you have Alzheimer's disease. So did you know that if you're taking a certain kind of supplement, it can help you to reduce risk of Alzheimer's disease? Next one, beneficial in treating arthritis and ulcerative colitis. Yes, helps to prevent cancer, different kinds of cancer, such as breast cancer, skin cancer, colon cancer, my dear friends, liver cancer, say it. Okay, so we are going to find out what is the best product for them to make sure that we can really help them. Next, provide relief from toothache and bad breath. Helps to reduce blood sugar levels and cholesterol. We have a lot of products. Later on, you will know what are those products. And last but not the least, aid in maintaining health and healthy skin and hair. And I want to later on, I want to discuss some of the components in our products, my dear friends, that can help you to really maintain your healthy skin. Okay. So if you want to look younger, you want to remove that wrinkles that is already there in your face, then this is the right training for you. Next, how are you, Ma'am Era Sakura? What are the effects of taking supplements? Okay, these are just the example. For example, this Nana or this grandmother, because she is already suffering from stage 4 cervical cancer. If you have stage 4, different kinds of cancer, you can just imagine what is going to happen to you and what are your relatives going to feel, because I don't need to, spell it out. If you have stage 4 cancer, that is a really sad thing. And as you can see, he cannot even get up to her bed. And she was admitted. Fortunately enough, when she took the C24/7, as you can see, she became much better. And again, this is just simply by taking this product known as C24/7. Next to that, a person with stone in the ureter. Did you know that if you have a stone in your ureters, it's really painful, especially if you are peeing or urinating. Sometimes there are bleeding that is happening there. Now, if you want to prevent that particular pain from, ruining your normal life, then this is a good product, my dear friends, the C24/7. Aside from C24/7, there are some testimonies says that after taking Vidamax, kay Vidamax, it helps them to eliminate the stone that is causing the pain whenever they are peeing or urinating. So if you're asking what is the product best for this kind of condition, then we can recommend to you the C24/7. Next one, of course, we also have this sister of mine who is suffering from, as you can see, diabetes, and she's already having a problem with her kidneys. So, of course, if your kidneys are not functioning well anymore, you need to have this procedure known as dialysis, because we need to remove the toxins in your body to make sure you're still going to function well. But dialysis right now is very expensive. I know, if I'm not mistaken, dialysis right now somehow become cheaper compared to before, but still, it's not that affordable. And if you're going to do the dialysis, it depends on the severity of your condition. You're going to do it weekly or monthly. So just imagine, my dear friends, the machine is the one that helps you to clean your body. Well, in fact, the one that should be doing that is your kidney. So now what are we going to do to help ourselves, to help this sister of mine, to help those people who are suffering from the same problem? You can give them the C24/7. As you can see, after taking this product, my dear friends, she was able to maintain her glucose level, and she was able to enjoy the business as well. That she was even able to attend our anniversaries or the event of our company. Next one, we have this cancer survivor. She has suffered from what you so called breast cancer. And my dear friends, if you have breast cancer, sorry about that. If you have different kind of cancer, my dear leaders, one of the treatment that we are going to advise you is to undergo the chemotherapy. Now, if you're going to undergo chemotherapy, my dear friends, there's a tendency that you are going to experience alopecia or loss of hair, just like what happened to my sister here. Why? It's because the chemotherapy, the therapy itself, or even the medication that you're going to take cannot identify what is the normal and the abnormal cells. So that's the reason why whenever you're going to use the chemotherapy, my dear friends, there's a tendency that it can even kill the normal cells in your body, causing this kind of condition. Aside from alopecia, those people who are undergoing this kind of therapy can also suffer from bleeding problems. So, as you can see, my sister, after taking complete phytoenergizer, aside from the fact that it helped her from her condition, my dear friends, she was able to get back the hair. Okay, the beautiful hair of hers is the crown of her beautiful head. Okay, so now she is enjoying and she is healthy. So now let's talk about now the products of the company. How come our products was able to help a lot of people in different parts of the world, not only in the Philippines, but also here in Nigeria. And for my brothers and sisters here, you already know who are those people. Who are those sisters and brothers who testified for the products of the company and what kind of condition they have. That's the reason why after taking the products, they also enjoyed the business. Aha. Please, Ma, can you add me on WhatsApp group where I can be getting mentorship and supplement more and more? Don't worry, sir. You can just message me on my WhatsApp or just chat me here at A Nigeria Talks so that you can ask me anything that is going on about our products. How are you, Doble Janice? Good morning, everyone, and to you, ma'am. Good morning. Okay. So now, things to remember before I discuss the products of the company. First, this is not food additives. It means you cannot just open your complete and C24/7 and add it to your drinks. Okay. Next one. Not intended to treat, mitigate, and cure diseases because once again, this is to supplement. Okay. Next one, my dear friends. Note, the only intended use of dietary supplement is to ensure the body gets enough essential nutrients. Our body has nutrients already inside. There are what you so-called water-soluble and fat-soluble. Now, this particular nutrients, my dear friends, there are nutrients that stayed in our body and you don't need to always, give your body or to supplement your body with those kind of nutrients for you to be healthy. But there are some nutrients such as vitamin D, my dear leaders, that you need to take not only every once a month, every once a week, but you need to take it every day. Okay. So that is what is so-called water soluble vitamins. And those are some of the nutrients that you need to supplement in a almost daily basis. Okay. So let's get started with this one. First, C24/7. C24/7, my dear friends, is the flagship product of the company here in Nigeria. Because there in the Philippines, you have wonderful product known as C Supreme that has a very powerful benefits in your body. But for now, let me focus on C24/7. It has 140 components that gives us 22,000 phytonutrients. So what is phytonutrients? These are nutrients that came from plants, fruits, and vegetable. Okay, plants, fruits, and vegetable. Why did we use this one? Simple. It's because they are abundant in what you so-called antioxidant. Type it there at the comment section below, antioxidant. Antioxidant helps us to fight back free radicals that is damaging our body, specifically our cell. If our cell, my dear friends, is not functioning well, there's a tendency that it can cause a lot of bodily problems such as cancer in the future. So that's the reason why, my dear leaders, this particular C24/7 was jump-packed with 22,000 phytonutrients. Next one. It contains vitamins, minerals, up to 10 essential fatty acid, and we even added the longevity polyphenols and anti-aging. Everything is already included in just one capsule. Again, in one capsule, you will find this 140 components. Next one. We use advanced technologies. What are these technologies? And these technologies we did not only use in C24/7, but we also use in other products, particularly your complete phyto energizer, antioxidant. Very well. Thank you very much. And we also have Ma'am Angela. It's been a while. So nanotechnology. Nanotechnology helps us to minimize all the ingredients that we use. Just imagine, we put the pineapple, we put the cabbages, we put the blueberries, we put a lot of fruits and vegetables that when it comes to size, it's as big as our head. So how come we were able to put all of this, including the skin and the seeds of the vegetables and the fruits? That's because of the nanotechnology. We were able to compress everything in a small capsule. This is how small your complete and C24/7. And again, we minimize it billion times, okay, billion times, just to make sure that we are going to get these vitamins, the minerals, the fatty acid, the amino acid that we needed for us to be healthy every day. Next one, Cyner technology. When you say Cyner technology, we are maximizing the power of different components. It's because sometimes if you are taking different kind of ingredients, different kind of food at the same time, our body has certain reactions. Now, if we don't want rather to experience this kind of adverse effect or reactions that gives us stomach upset, what do we need to do? We are going to use this kind of technology in order for them to complement each other's benefit, such as again, the iron. In order for iron to be absorbed, we need vitamin C. So now, do we have vitamin C? Do we have iron in this product? Yes. Okay. So if we want to absorb calcium in our bones, what do we need? We need vitamin D. That is Synergy. And we use this particular kind of process in Syner technology. Next one, Alka technology. When you say Alka technology, we are not going to make your body alkaline. It's because our body is already slightly alkaline in nature. Again, it's slowly, slightly, not totally alkaline. It's because if it's totally alkaline, there must be something wrong in your body. Now, what are we going to do to make sure that we maintain that particular pH level in the whole of our body? We use the Alka technology. Now, this particular Alka technology helps us to get almost 100%, again, almost 100% of the nutrients coming from the product that we are taking. Remember, when we are taking products, it goes to our digestive tract. Our digestive tract, my dear friends, is acidic in nature. Yes, it's acidic in nature. So helps us to digest the food that we are eating. It helps us to get the energy. The problem is this: if it's too acidic, it destroys the integrity and even the nutrients that is inside of the products that you are taking. And that's the reason why we use the Alka technology to make sure that you're going to enjoy all the benefits of our products. Now, let's move on. Aside from that, did you know that the covering of our products, especially Complete and C24/7, is made up of vegetable. Okay, vegetable tea capsule. So now imagine even the covering, the one that we use for our capsules, is made up of vegetable. Why? So that once we take this or ingest it in our body, it can easily be digested. And the effect will also be very fast. So for example, in this comparison test that was done years ago, even before I started AIM Global, my dear friends, C24/7 compared it with other 3 leading brands. In just a matter of 15 minutes, your C24/7 is already disintegrated. And brand A haven't even started disintegrating just a matter of 15 minutes. Brand B, somehow, brand C. Okay, among the 3, brand C is the fastest one. However, it's not as fast as our C24/7. And again, that's because of our vegetable capsule, or the one that we use to cover or the body of our C24/7 and Complete Phyto Energizer. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about some of the products that we are not discussing in our EdPlan 3.0. Okay. So if you're asking what are the fruits that we have in C24/7 and Complete, remember, C24/7 and Complete Phyto Energizer, let me introduce you the plum, cranberry, blueberry, blackberry, bilberry, strawberry. We also have the cherry, the apricot, papaya, orange, grapes, and pineapple. Imagine, the popo, the pineapple, everything is there in a small capsule. And we even included the seeds, the crown of the pineapple in there. So that is the power of your nanotechnology. So now, what are the benefits and why is it that we put this ingredients? Let's talk about your blueberry. Who among all of you are eating blueberry? If you're eating blueberry, send me a lot of thumbs up. Okay, I will be waiting. I want to know who among all of you are eating blueberry. Let me drink my choco first. Okay. This will give you energy, my dear friends, and you can drink it in a hot or warm temperature water or cold temperature water. It depends on you. What is your preference? But as for me, if it's early morning, of course, I prefer the hot one. So now, if you are eating your blueberry, my dear friends, send me a lot of thumbs up. Okay. So now, why did we put blueberry? Did you know that blueberries are high in 2 antioxidants? The first one is vitamin C and the other one is anthocyanin. Did you know that these 2 particular nutrients or components help you in building more collagen in your body? So what is collagen? Collagen, my dear friends, is something that is present in your skin, especially if you are very young. And that is the reason why our skin looks very young. It doesn't have any wrinkles, my dear friends, and it doesn't have any kind of abnormalities in our skin. So now, if you are very, your skin is very clear, you don't have any wrinkles, it just means that your skin is rich in collagen. Okay. So a protein that gives skin structure and plumpness. So as we grow older, did you know, my dear friends, that this collagen naturally decreases? Again, naturally decreases. Aside from old age, because of our lifestyle, maybe you're smoking, or maybe you're always there exposing yourself to sun. Exposure to sun is good, however, too much exposure is bad. If you're always doing that, you're exposing yourself to too much sunlight, there's a tendency that you are damaging the collagen in your body. And that's the reason why at a very young age, you look very old. But according here, if you are taking blueberry, it can help you to give your body with anthocyanins that may help your body to build more collagen. Okay? And that's the reason why if you go to, to derma, kung all of you are going to dermatologist. Okay, me, I usually go to derma, okay, every month, once a month or every 2 months, my dear friends. At least I'm not talking about, doing something, something very difficult in your face, just simply cleaning. If you're doing that, my dear leaders, it helps you to activate the collagen in your skin. And that's the reason why it can help you to have a very, clear face. And at the same time, you can also prevent or slow down the wrinkly process of your skin. Okay. So if you know to yourself that you can afford to go to derma, you can do so. But if you cannot go to derma, you don't need to worry. You can just take our product C24/7, because C24/7 has blueberries that has a lot of vitamin C that can help you to again increase your immune system, and at the same time it has anthocyanin that can also build more collagen to make sure that you look young. Okay, so next one. Did you know that if you are a person who loves eating blueberries, it can also help those people with psoriasis and eczema? Okay. How? Oh, my dear leaders, the reason is very simple. The reason is people with conditions such as the psoriasis, or eczema, it was found that according to studies that they have lower amount of antioxidant. So now, if you want to help them to remove this kind of, discomfort that they felt, because if you have the psoriasis, my dear leaders, the discomfort is just too much and it's in the whole body. So now, if you want to help them, you can give them complete phytoenergizer or C24/7. I have a friend, my dear leaders, with this kind of condition, and the products that she is using in order for her to, to have a very beautiful skin, and at the same time to prevent the flare-ups of psoriasis, is complete phytoenergizer. And this is not just something to promote the product. This is the truth. You can even, check it out. You can even talk to a particular friend of mine of how he or she used this complete phytoenergizer together with Golidus to help her to ease the flare-ups of psoriasis and to prevent this, to prevent this kind of skin for those people who are experiencing psoriasis or eczema. Okay. This condition are two different kind of condition. Okay? Psoriasis, my dear friends, is a little bit more severe one. Eczema is a skin disease as well. However, it's not as severe as the psoriasis. So if you have a friend who is suffering from this kind of conditions, you can give them your C24/7, because blueberry, it has a lot of antioxidants such as the vitamin C and anthocyanins that can just help you to prevent this particular conditions, and at the same time alleviate a little bit of the signs and symptoms brought about by this kind of problem. Okay. I love C24/7. Yes. We all love our C24/7. We also have Chica Ododi from Onitsha. How are you? To all our people in Onitsha, how far? Okay. Next, let's talk about the next component, that is blackberry. Well, among all of you eats blackberry, this is a wonderful and delicious fruit as well. Me, when it comes to fruits, I love eating blueberries, strawberry, of course, blackberry sometimes, popo, pineapple. This is my favorite pineapple. Almost, okay, almost these fruits. I love it. For some reason, I love it. When I started in Global, I found out that these fruits, my dear friends, are very high in antioxidant. Aside from the fact that it can make me look younger, it can also help me to normalize my digestion. And I also found out that it can protect my heart and prevent a lot or different kinds of cancer of origin. Why? It's because of how high their antioxidant is. But let me focus on blackberry. Now, according here, blackberry has a great source of vitamin K. Yes. So what is vitamin K? Did you know vitamin K helps you in your blood clotting? That's the reason why vitamin K is being injected to baby when they are newly born. Why? Because vitamin K is not present in the body yet of a newborn baby. Sometimes maybe they already have, but that's not enough for them to prevent bleeding. That's why we nurses before that time, I'm not really sure about the thing that is going on or the standards in NICU now or in the delivery room. But before, when I was still working in the hospital, we inject vitamin K to make sure that bleeding is not going to happen after the delivery of the newborn baby. Now, now, let's go back. Vitamin K also play a role in bone metabolism. According here, if you have vitamin K deficiency, it means you lack vitamin K in your body. It can lead to bone thinning. And at the same time, if your bone is thinning, it can easily be fractured. There are some people who are experiencing like that because their bone doesn't have enough nutrients. It easily breaks. Okay? Sometimes we are just, even before we kick very hard, on a hard surface, nothing is going to happen in our, in our feet, in our thighs, in our legs. It's because our bones are strong. However, there are some people that just simply by breaking it normally, it really breaks. It's because they lack this particular kind of nutrients. So now, in order for us to help those people with okay, with bleeding problems, you can give this product because again, vitamin K promotes blood clotting. And at the same time, it also helps us, my dear friends, to prevent this kind of bone thinning and fractures in our bone because it can give us the right nutrients to make our bones very healthy. Next one. This is high in manganese. Manganese is a mineral. Okay. It's also present in our C24/7 and complete phytoenergizer. It plays a key role in formation of collagen. Once again, we're talking about collagen. It means it can also make you look younger. Okay. So for those people who are already on their 40s and 50s and they're seeing lines in their faces, then C24/7 together with Complete Phytoenergizer is a good product that I can advise to each and every one of you. According here, the enzyme that helps manganese form collagen prolidase also helps wounds heal properly. So again, for wound healing. So for those people who experience an accident, okay, and they have a wound that they want to, they want to be removed in just a matter of time, then C24/7 can help you in your wound healing or for faster wound healing. Okay, may also prevent osteoporosis. What is osteoporosis, by the way? This is osteoporosis. As we grow older, of course, our calcium in our body decreases, and of course, the manganese as well. And when that happens, our backbone, okay, tends to curve. And that's the reason why some of our elderlies, as we grow older, we tend to decrease in height. Actually, it's not because our height is decreasing. It's because we tend to curve and position our backbones just like this because of lack of nutrients. Okay. Next one, it can also manage blood sugar levels. It means if you are a person with a family history of diabetes, this is a good product. It's because it can help you maintain glucose level in your body. Next one, reduce epileptic seizure. Epileptic seizure, my dear friends, just like what you're seeing right now, it's just like that. Okay, so that's a different topic because when it comes to seizure or epilepsy, there are certain things that you must do to make sure that the person who's experiencing seizure is safe and not and is not going to be in danger because of the seizure that is happening to him or her. So what this product can do is to at least lower down the number of times the person is going to have a seizure, and at the same time to prevent this from happening, because sometimes if they are triggered, they're not going to choose places to where they're going to have this epileptic seizure. So again, if you want to help them, this is a good product that can help them prevent it. Now, let's talk about things to remember. C24/7 and complete phytoenergizer is preferably taken in an empty stomach. Thus, my dear leaders, we give it 30 minutes before eating breakfast. Why? Why breakfast? Some of you are going to ask, why is it in the morning? It's because C24/7 and complete, they have a lot of nutrients. I already said it's 22,000 phytonutrients. Now, with that much nutrients, it can give us a lot of energy that will awake us all throughout the day. Imagine if you're going to take your C24/7 and complete phytoenergizer in the evening and you have that kind of energy, how are you going to sleep very well? Okay, so what we're going to do on the first week, we are going to take your C24/7 and or complete phytoenergizer to make your body accustomed to these particular supplements that you are taking. Next one, if ever the person is taking synthetic drugs, what are the synthetic drugs? If you are having or if you're experiencing high blood pressure, such as you're taking products like clopidogrel, metoprolol, okay, bisoprolol, those are synthetic drugs. It helps you to cure, or it helps you to at least maintain the blood pressure level of your body. So now, if ever you are a kind of person who's taking synthetic drugs as your maintenance at the same time as E24/7, then I suggest or advise to adjust the time of giving it and move it to 2 hours after the meals. Because we are not promoting here to stop the medicine prescribed by the doctor. Because even I myself, I am a nurse, I'm a professional as well. I also work in the hospital for so many years. And it's not advisable that you are going to stop taking your medicine simply because you're already taking the supplements. No, supplements, my dear friends, and medicine, they work together to make you good, to make you healthy. So don't just stop. Because when you stop, there will be withdrawal symptoms that can give you a lot of discomforts as well. You can only stop a certain medicine with the advice of the doctor. So again, okay, as a professional, speaking to each and every one of you, I suggest and I advise that you follow what the doctor says. If there are some confusion, then you can go with us. You can ask us. Aside from this special product presentation, there are consultations as well. You can visit me in the office to talk about how are you going to properly schedule the products, and when are you going to take it together with the other products given or recommended to you by the doctor in your hospital. There in the Philippines, we have 2 doctors, my dear friends. Okay, we have Dr. Rachel, we also have Doc Coach. They are really good doctors and they can give you good prescription in regards with this, supplements, especially if if you're taking a synthetic medication. Sometimes they're also going to prescribe medication just like that. So, according here, because that is the normal duration of digestion of food in a person's stomach for it to be empty again. This goes for the same as complete phytoenergizer. So when it comes to this one, this is just the standard one. But of course, different food has different duration of time when it digested. So again, if you're not sure, you can just ask us. Next one. Don't give it to clients taking blood thinning drugs or medication. To be honest with you, there are no studies that after taking, synthetic drugs and you take C24/7, there will be, there will be bleeding that is going to happen. There's no such thing that even happened, okay, right now. But of course, in a scientific aspect, we want to be on a safer side as well. That's the reason why if you're taking a blood thinning medication such as aspirin, we are not advising you to take C24/7. Instead, you take complete phytoenergizer. My joy and my health benefits from AIM Global will never end. God bless. Yes, thank you, Sir Solomon Eze. Doble Janice, you are right, ma'am. So, what if your client, your friend, complained, okay, of discomfort such as dizziness, insomnia. It means they're having a hard time sleeping, they're having constipation, diarrhea, which are the common things that might happen after taking the products. You can tell them it's healing crisis, it's normal because their body is adjusting to the products that they are taking. And at the same time, that is an act that they're already removing the toxins that can make you unhealthy. But sometimes, my dear friends, it's not healing crisis. Okay. Sometimes, you will hear me tell you, do you have allergy? Food, in dust, or maybe chemicals? Why am I asking that? It's because we don't know. Maybe the person has certain kind of allergy that after taking a certain kind of product, instead of them becoming healthy, you give them a lot of bodily wahala. Okay? Why? It's because there are some people who were born with what you so-called allergies. So such as me, I have allergies as well. So in order for me to make sure that what I'm taking is good, I will check first the contents of what I am taking. So good news because C24/7 and Complete Phyto Energizer doesn't have that kind of ingredient that will trigger my allergy. So as for you guys, my advice, before taking any of our products, you ask them, do you have any kind of allergy? Some people will say, oh yes, I have an allergy in fish. Okay, when they say that, instead of giving your Colidus, then give another product. They say, I have an allergy to grapes. I have allergies to berries. So instead of giving your Restore Life, then give another product. Okay, depends on his or her own condition. But once again, whenever you're going to recommend any of the products, don't forget to ask if they have an allergy. For me, that is an SOP. There in the hospital, whenever we're going to give the medication. We're going to ask, Madam, do you have an allergy? Because we cannot just, give them any kind of medicine knowing that they have an allergy. Okay? For me, if I'm not mistaken, I also have that kind of allergy in medication. I forgot the name. But if I see the name, I know already that it's not good for me. So you don't need to worry if you have a certain kind of allergy and certain kind of medicine or products. We can give you another one that will suit you and at the same time can solve your bodily problems. Now let's talk about this one. The next one, of course, your Restore Life. Okay. Now your Restore Life, my dear friends, has a lot of what you so-called component as well. Okay. So commonly we talk about, the main component as a whole, but let me talk about one of its ingredient today. But for now, did you know that your Restore Life, it helps you in increasing your lifespan by preventing age-related diseases. So what kind of age-related diseases are we talking about? Arthritis, rheumatism, Alzheimer's, dementia, peripheral vascular diseases, cardiovascular diseases. Why is it that whenever you have those kind of problem, you tend to look older? Okay, it's because there is an inflammation that is happening to your body. Now, if we're going to slow down or eliminate the inflammation, the aging process will slow down as well. And that will happen if you have resveratrol that will activate the sirtuin or sirtuin gene enzyme. It's up to you how are you going to pronounce it. Um, I will give you the freedom of how are you going to pronounce it. It's either sirtuin enzyme or sirtuin gene enzyme. It's up to you. Okay. Now, the sirtuin gene enzyme will help you to increase your lifespan and prevent age-related diseases from happening. Okay. So one of the components that I always talk about here is the Japanese knotweed. I apologize because I was not able to add my new slide regarding the Restore Life, but let's talk about that in a different topic. So let me focus on the Japanese knotweed. So Japanese knotweed came from Japan, my dear friends, and it has a lot of resveratrol. Did you know this Japanese knotweed helps you to normalize your digestion? So if you are experiencing stomach upset, this is a good product that I can also recommend together with your C24/7 and Complete Phyto Energizer Restore Life. Next one. Did you know that it can also slow down the degenerative process of Alzheimer's or dementia for those people with a family history of those two kinds of condition? Because Alzheimer's and dementia, it happens, it's because there are some relatives of ours, maybe our grandpa, great grandpa, great great grandpa, or grandma has this kind of condition. Okay. So there's a tendency, if you have a family history of the of Alzheimer's and dementia, you will also have it. So what we're going to do to prevent it, we can prevent it. You can take Restor Life because again, resveratrol helps in slowing down the generative process in your brain that can cause Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay. Next, how are you, Ma'am Rejoice from Legos? So things to remember in regards with your Restor Life. Restor Life should not be recommended to people who have the following conditions. Again, bleeding problems. Right now, we don't have any kind of testimonies or people with reports that after taking Restore Life and they have bleeding problems, that there will be more bleeding when that happens. But again, on a scientific side, if you want to be on a safer side, again, my dear leaders, then for those people with bleeding problems or bleeding tendencies, don't give Restore Life. Okay, we are all professional here. We want to give the best for our patients and for our clients. So instead of giving this product, then give another product. We have, we have Polydose, we have C24, or we have Complete Phyto Energizer. It depends on their signs and symptoms or the sickness that they have. Next one. We're not giving Restore Life to people or women who are pregnant and lactating mothers because they don't need the anti-aging effect of the Restore Life yet. Okay? Remember, pregnant women has baby inside. And of course, baby doesn't need that kind of component yet in their body. Next. People with reproductive problems. But when it comes to reproductive problems, it's case-to-case basis. It depends on the signs and symptoms of the person. Sometimes we do give the Restore Life, but don't just give Restore Life without the advice of any of the professionals or medical professionals in our, in our field. Next one, person below 18 years of age. Again, person 18 years of age, they're very young. They don't need the anti-aging effect of your Restore Life. And next one, people who are taking anticoagulant medicine, it's because there's a tendency that it can promote bleeding. So now, my dear leaders, for this kind of condition, instead of Restore Life, you can give your Complete Phyto Energizer. If you're asking, why is it that we're not giving, this kind of product, to these people? Okay, first of all, resveratrol has the ability to dilate arteries. What does it mean? Okay, let me borrow my hairband. Okay. So this is my hairband. Imagine, my dear friends, if your arteries, the passageway is just big as this one. Okay, I hope everyone can see. Okay, now, when you say dilate, it means it will expand. It will become as big as this. So now, because of the dilation that happened, blood will flow, okay, rather, the blood flow will be improved, okay. So, in order for us to prevent, this kind of thing from happening, we tend to give Complete Phyto Energizer rather than Restore Life, okay? So, let's continue with this. According here, blood circulation, which can worsen the condition of people with bleeding problems and person who are taking blood thinners. Again, blood thinners are considered, aspirin, clopidogrel, like that. Next, please keep in mind that resveratrol has an anti-aging properties as well that is not needed by infants or kids. Okay. So here, when it comes to, giving this, what time are we giving your Restore Life? We're giving this before sleeping or in the evening, 30 minutes after your meals. Why? Why are we giving your Restore Life on that particular time? It's because, my dear leaders, according to research, resveratrol, which is the main component of our product, enables our body to reduce the sleeping metabolic rates. Sleeping metabolic rates, my dear friends, that is the minimum number of calories needed to support basic functions, including breathing, circulation, or during rest. Whenever we are, sleeping, we're still moving. And whenever we're moving, we use a certain energy. Did you know that as we sleep, we use that particular amount of time that we are just resting to fix whatever it is that needs to be fixed in our body. So whenever you use a certain kind of energy, whenever you move, whenever you are breathing, erratically, you're actually using some of the percentages of the energy that you should be using to heal the body itself. So now, with the help of your resveratrol or with the help of Restore Life, it will help you to reduce this particular habits of moving a lot. Okay, moving a lot whenever you are sleeping. So that provides us an opportunity to deal with damage done during awake and metabolically active period. Now, let's move on to our next product, Colidus. So, among all of you are taking Colidus, okay? Me, I'm also taking Colidus. So, this is the product that my sister is also taking together with Complete Phyto Energizer for her condition known as psoriasis. Now, Colidus, the only product of the company, my dear friends, that is not made up of vegetable, plants, and fruits. Because this is made up of fish oil, yes. Because fish oil is rich in omega supreme fatty acids such as omega-3, 6, 12, and 9, omega fatty acid. Imagine there's plenty of omega acids there. That's the reason why we called it omega supreme fatty acid, because it's not only omega-3 and omega-6 that we put here. Okay. But we always talk about the omega-3 and omega-6 because it can help us a lot of benefits. This product, my dear leaders, is made up of different kind of fish oils from different kinds of fishes as well, such as herring, tuna, salmon. And remember, those kind of fishes are very healthy for our body as well. And we use a certain technology here to make sure that they don't have a harmful ingredient that can harm our body as well. So because of the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acid, it can also give us the DHA or the docosahexaenoic acid. So DHA, did you know, is already present in your heart, in your eyes, and in your brain. So let's start with your heart. Did you know that DHA helps you to protect your heart from cardiovascular diseases? So whenever you're taking this Colidus, it helps you to kick out, yes, it pushes out those excess cholesterol that is already embedded inside of your arteries. When that happens, it can help you to improve your blood flow, and at the same time, it helps you to decrease or maintain the normal levels of your blood pressure. That is the benefit of Colidus if you are a person who have heart problems and have a high blood pressure. Next one, in the eyes. Did you know that DHA, my dear friends, are present in the eyes as well? And it helps us to have a clear vision. So if you want to prevent different kinds of visual problems in the future, especially if you have a family history of cataract, hey, okay, then Colidus is a product that you can also take. And did you know that Colidus, you can take this even below 18 years of age, as long as there's an advice of the doctor and the children or the child has the ability or he can already swallow soft gels as big as the Colidus. Don't worry, this one is not that big. It's just okay. But of course, if you are a kid, so if you're a kid, definitely you're still having a hard time swallowing a certain kind of product that you're unfamiliar with. That is the case for me. Okay. For me, I don't know about other people, but when I was, still very young, my dear leaders, I'm having a hard time swallowing products just like Colidus. Even the even the antipyretics before, I'm having a hard time because I'm not used to it. So again, if you want to give Colidus to a person 18 years and below, you need to get a prescription or advice of a doctor. Okay? So let's move on. How about in the brain? Did you know that DHA helps us to improve our memory and enhance brain function? What does it mean? It means, my dear leaders, if you're getting older, it can help us to prevent forgetfulness, because as we grow older, the degenerative process in our brain happens. And that's the reason why people are forgetting some of the important dates, important materials that they are using in their everyday life, such as their glasses, their pen, sometimes even their meetings, they're forgetting it. It's because again, the levels of the DHA in their brain also decreases as we grow older. So aside from it can help them to improve their memory, it can also be recommended to adults just like us, and even to people 18 years and below, as there is a recommendation and prescription coming from the doctor. Next one, good morning, how are you? Imo State, Nigeria. Israel Ibe, how are you, sir? Oghugbo, good morning, ma'am, watching from Potako, River State, Nigeria. How are you all there? I hope everything is good there in Potako. Okay. So things to remember. So what are you going to do if you want to give Colidus to pregnant women? You don't need to worry. You can give Colidus to pregnant women. Even those women who are planning to be pregnant, it means they're not pregnant yet. There's a lot of people here in Nigeria who are asking, what are the right products if I'm planning to be pregnant because I'm having difficulty with this kind of thing? You don't need to worry. Aside from complete phytoenergizer, you can give your Colidus. So again, if they want to be pregnant, they're planning to be pregnant, taking Colidus and complete phytoenergizer are the right products that can help your body, or that can help you in conditioning your body for that particular state of pregnancy. Next. Okay. This is taken during meals or while you are eating. It's because once you swallow the Colidus, there will be a fishy taste. So for those people who are very sensitive, if you don't want to taste the aftertaste of your Colidus, then you can take this one together with your meals. But sometimes we also give this after meals. Okay? So please always check if the person is having bleeding problems or taking blood thinner drugs. Did you know that Colidus, we're giving this during pregnancy? However, if the person is about to deliver the baby, we tend to hold the giving of your Colidus to make sure that there will be no bleeding problems that will arise. So again, there's no report regarding that. But again, on the safe side, we just need to follow. Let's talk about this one. In global products, the beverages, My Choco and Livin Alkaline Coffees. So did you know that all of our beverages are alkaline? It means whenever you are drinking our coffee, our My Choco, you don't need to worry. You are getting almost the complete benefits or the nutrients coming from these products. Remember again, your digestive tract is acidic, thus it can damage or it can destroy the nutrients that comes with it. So to make sure that you enjoy all the benefits, we make this all alkaline. So again, your body will not be alkaline. It's because your body is already slightly alkaline. Okay. But if it's alkaline completely, there must be something wrong in your body. So make sure your target is only slightly alkalinic. How will you know if you are not in good condition? Of course, there are signs and symptoms such as runny nose, fatigue, skin breakout, irritable bowel movement. When you're experiencing signs and symptoms just like this, it just means that your body is kind of acidic and you need to normalize that one to make sure that your body will perform or function well. Let's talk about first your Livin Alkaline Coffee. Livin Alkaline Coffee is fortified with complete phytoenergizer. Is it the whole complete? No, it's 1/3. Okay, only 1/3 of complete phytoenergizer. Because there are some people who just wants to get the benefits of complete phytoenergizer from our beverages. Course, if you want to get the benefits, you can get it from Livin and My Choco. However, not the full benefits of complete because the number or the percentage of the nutrients of complete phytoenergizer is different from the percentage that we put here in Livin. So again, if you have a certain kind of condition such as you have a fibroid or you want to be pregnant, instead of taking Livin, you take complete, okay? So now, all of our beverages have 1/3 of complete phytoenergizer to make sure that you're still getting the nutrients of 12 fruits. Okay, just like the blueberry and blackberry that I showed you. If you want to look younger, then again, Live Alkaline Coffee can make it happen for you. Though again, the effects is not as fast as complete phytoenergizer because it has a, you know, difference in terms of the dosage or the percentage of a certain kind of component inside of a capsule and inside of a sachet. Okay. So now, Live Alkaline Coffee, just like any other coffees commonly find in the market, it also contains caffeine. Caffeine, my dear friends, is an antioxidant as well. So don't be afraid of caffeine. However, if you are taking too much caffeinated drinks, because it's not only coffee that has caffeine, even soft drinks has caffeine, even tea has caffeine. Now, if you have too much caffeine in your system, what will happen? There's a tendency that you are going to experience palpitation, you're going to experience hyperacidity that can leads to GERD, okay? That can leads to, that can leads to heartburn, that can leads to insomnia. So those are just the side effects of taking too much caffeine. So how are we going to solve this? It's because a certain product will not be considered coffee if they don't have a caffeine. Okay. So simple. We're just going to switch the coffee beans into a coffee beans that has the lowest amount of caffeine. And at the same time, you're going to get the benefits brought about by this antioxidant. So what are the benefits of caffeine, this particular kind of antioxidant? Number one, it can give us energy. That's the reason why whenever you're taking the product, you feel so energized. You feel like you have a lot of strength. Next one, it can give you the alertness. Number three, it can help you to normalize your digestion. And number four, it can help you to suppress your appetite. So for those people who are taking coffee, you are going to, notice that if you're drinking your coffee, it's as if even though you're not eating, you feel full because that is just one of the benefits of coffee. But good news, because the caffeine level is just very low, you are experiencing and you're enjoying all of the benefits without the side effects that I mentioned earlier. Okay. I hope that you're getting a lot of information in our SPT today. And let's continue. For safety reasons, it is not recommended for pregnant women and kids 12 years and below. Okay, why? It's because their body doesn't have the ability to break down caffeine yet. So instead of giving your leave-in to 12 years old, 12 years and below, brothers and sisters of yours, and pregnant women or lactating mothers, then you can give your My Choco. Okay? So that's Live Alkaline Coffee for you. We have a different variant for this one. We have latte, we have original, and we have cappuccino. So if you're a person who loves a strong taste of the coffee, then you go to cappuccino. If you have sweet tooth, then go to latte. And if you want to taste the original taste of of Arabica coffee beans. Okay. Then go to the original. Okay. So that is what we use, my dear friends, the Arabica coffee beans. And there's a good news. This good news, actually, we already, we already announced it last Saturday, my dear friends. But let me inform you again and introduce this particular promo. A coffee promo this time around. If you're already enjoying the 15 plus, the last, okay, the last promo that we have regarding all of the beverages, ladies and gentlemen, let me promote this one and introduce to you a new coffee promo that we have, and that is no other than the buy four get one free. And this promo is available for Live Alkaline Coffee Original and Live Alkaline Coffee Latte. So if you are a coffee lover, this is the right promo for you, because just by availing 4, you're going to have an extra one coffee that you can, you can add to your stash of coffees, or you can give to other people who also wants to enjoy the coffee goodness of our Live-In Alkaline Coffee. So this one we have already started last March 24, and it will continue until supplies last. So imagine, that's how generous the company is. So what you're going to do is for you to grab any of our Live-In Alkaline Coffee, Original and Latte, and you will be able to enjoy the coffee promo of Original and Latte, Live-In Alkaline Coffee. Who among all of you are going to avail this one? Who among all of you loves Original? Who among all of you loves Latte? If you love Original, send me a lot of thumbs up. If you love Latte, send me a lot of hearts. As for me, you already know I love Latte. Okay. Because I love sweet things. But again, if you're just like me, you love sweet things, then go to Latte. It's already ongoing, my dear friends, so don't waste your time. Okay, this is the moment. Next one, we have the My Choco. My Choco, my dear friends, just like your Live-In, is fortified with complete phyto-energizer. And we also fortified it with docosahexaenoic acid or DHA. What are the benefits? Of course, cardioprotection, because DHA helps us to protect our heart. Next, brain development for infants. Why? Because aside from the fact that it enhances our memory, it also helps us in developing the brain of the baby. So for those, for those pregnant women, it is advisable that you take or you drink your My Choco together with your Colibus, because both has DHA as well, and at the same time helps in developing the baby's brain. And did you know, after the delivery of the baby, it can also help in preventing postpartum blues, which is sudden change of behavior of your wife because of the lack of DHA inside of their brain. So if you're already seeing such changes, what you're going to do, you can give your Colidus together with your My Choco, and it can help them prevent postpartum depression from happening. Okay, next, keeps arteries clear. It's because, once again, DHA has the ability to improve blood flow. Okay, next, protects against cancer because of the high levels of antioxidant. It slows down the aging process. It's because if you are going to take this particular product that is made up of cocoa, yes, that is made up of cocoa, it can help you to slow down the inflammation or eliminate the inflammation that is happening due to certain kind of condition, slowing down the aging process. Okay, according here, inflammation is one of the signs of many diseases of aging, and one of the things that might help you in preventing this is supplying your body with enough DHA. Okay, so let's move on. By the way, it has 1/3 of complete phytoenergizer. So it means, again, you're enjoying the 130 plus ingredient that is inside of your complete phytoenergizer. So let's talk about the next one, Live-In Alkaline Coffee, sugar-free. This one doesn't have any sugar. Instead, we use stevia. Stevia is this one. It's just a leaf. So when you're going to take a product or a drink that has stevia, it doesn't increase your glucose level because it is not carbohydrate in nature. However, because of its natural sweetness, when we put it on our Live-In Alkaline Coffee, you're still going to enjoy it. It's because it's 100 to 200 times sweeter than sugar. So you're enjoying a coffee that has no sugar with 60 kilocalories only, that is also good if you're a person who wants to maintain their weight, and at the same time who wants to normalize their blood sugar. So aside from the fact that it can help you to enjoy all of the benefits of the coffee, it can also be given to people with type 2 diabetes or borderline diabetes. Okay. Next one. Let's talk about this particular condition, heart attack. Heart attack, my dear friends, happen if there are certain blockages that happen on the arteries that is near your heart. When that happens, heart attack will now take place. And when that happens, of course, the person might die. Okay. So what are we going to do to prevent this from happening? Okay, we have products. But for now, let me introduce to you a certain kind of condition known as stroke. Now, stroke happens if there are blockages in the arteries again that is near your brain. When that happens, my dear leaders, there are different kinds of stroke. It can be partial, it can be full stroke. When you say partial stroke, somehow half of the body is not responding to a normal stimuli anymore. Maybe the other face is smiling while the other is not smiling at all. It's not moving at all because the nerves is down. So that's the reason why there's a lot of therapy that you must undergo, and there's a lot of products, supplements, medication that you need to take and maintain to make sure that the other half of your body is going to function. Actually, sometimes it will not go back to its full function. However, with the help of all of those things that I just mentioned, there's a tendency that you can still normally live. Okay, but if it's a full stroke or half, okay, including your upper and lower extremities, somehow it's kind of hard. It will really take time, but you need to be patient. That is stroke. So now, this is what I'm talking about, the blockage. Okay. So, my dear leaders, where are we getting this blockage? This blockage happens it's because of our lifestyle, because of our diet. If you are a person who loves eating oily foods, or food that has a lot of cholesterol, or you are a person who loves drinking, you are a person who loves smoking, okay, ever since you are 16 years old, you're already starting smoking. Up until now, you're smoking. There's a tendency that, of course, that particular cholesterol can bring damage to your body. When the cholesterol is very high, they're going to enter your arteries. What you're seeing right now, this particular thing, this red thing that is the inside of your arteries. This is what you so-called cholesterol that is already embedded in your arterial walls. It's not normal, okay? So if you are, undergoing the cardio pulse there in the Philippines, there are certain measurements if there are a lot of cholesterol that is already there attached to your arterial walls. Okay? Because there is an effect if there is a blockage just like this. So, if you already have a cholesterol as thick as this one, you are going to experience atherosclerosis. It increases your blood pressure. When it increases, okay, there's a lot of problem that might happen. It can affect your liver, it can affect your heart, it can affect your kidney. Remember, your high blood pressure is just one of the symptoms. If you're already experiencing 140/90, 150/100, 200/100, there must be something wrong. Okay? So don't think that that is normal. That is not normal, my dear friends. Okay? So now, what are we going to do? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you VitaMax. VitaMax, my dear leaders, is a product that has two components. First one is Resvida, and the other one is Fruit Flow. So Resvida, my dear leaders, helps us in improving the blood flow. How does it improve the blood flow? Simple. It can dilate arteries. If the passageway of the arteries is just like that, it will dilate the arteries so that the blood can flow without increasing the pressure inside. Remember, let's go back in this picture, in this particular slide. When this particular thing happened, there's a lot of cholesterol inside. Instead of your arteries becoming flexible, it becomes very brittle. As it becomes very brittle, the blood cannot flow properly. So what does it heart say? Because the liver, the kidney, and the other organs are not receiving the blood that has oxygen in it. Because of course, our organs will not function without proper amount of oxygen. So they're going to send signals to their heart or to your heart to make sure the heart will pump blood onto different organs of your body. So now, your heart will pump very fast. When it pumps very fast, of course, the pressure that is going to, undergo, or that is going to happen in the process of delivering the blood will increase. Okay, and that's the reason why for those people with heart problems and hypertension, you are going to see that the pulse rate, my dear friends, is very high as well. Okay, it's more than 100. And that is, again, that is not normal. Okay? So what are we going to do? We are going to dilate the arteries or expand the arteries so that the pressure will not increase. And at the same time, it can still deliver the blood necessary for the other organs to function. Okay? That is the function of Urus Vida. According here, it has a published clinical human studies. It has shown that 30 milligrams, 90 to 170 milligrams resulted to 62 to 91% immediate increase of arterial dilation. So according here, whenever you're going to take your VidaMax, there is a certain percentage of dilation that is happening to your arteries. And again, this is a study, so it really happens. Okay, I'm not just saying it. It's because according to like this, according to like that, before we release our VidaMax, we make sure that we really studied it and it undergoes a lot of, a lot of tests to make sure that it's really working. Why is it that we need to do this first? Because Colidus, before it, eliminates or push out all of the cholesterol inside of your body, it takes time. It's not immediate. It's gradual. This will help us to adjust our body to the, to the gradually decreasing number of cholesterol to make sure that there will be no withdrawal symptoms. So that's the reason why VidaMax and Colidus, you can use it hand in hand. So next one. Fruit flow. Fruit flow, my dear friends, is an ingredient or component that can help us, of course, to prevent the abnormality of platelet, especially if the cholesterol level in our blood is just too much. Now, your platelet helps us to prevent bleeding. However, if it's become abnormal, it can create a clot as big as the one that I showed you earlier that can block the passageway. And again, that particular clot is the one that is causing the heart attack and the stroke. So what are we going to do? You take the fruit flow. Okay, and fruit flow is present in our VidaMax. Did you know that just like your Vida, it has human clinical studies? Okay, here it has 8 documented reduction of platelet aggregation, improvement of blood flow. This is the first ingredient with an EFSA or European Food Safety Authority Article 13.5 health claim. According here, helps maintain normal platelet aggregation, which contributes to healthy blood flow. Okay, so if you are taking VidaMax religiously, continuously, did you know that it can increase your metabolism? When that happens, my dear friends, it can also help you in losing your weight. So for those people who want to lose weight, again, this is a good product that you can also recommend to them together with Burn Slim. Now let's talk about Natural Essential Herbal Toothpaste. This Natural Essential Herbal Toothpaste has a lot of components inside, such as the bee propolis, just like what you're seeing right now. We also have the tea tree oil, we have the myrrh extract, piper betel extract, and of course, we also have, we also have here, okay, sorry about that. We also have the 1/3 of complete phyto energizer. So it means while you are brushing your teeth, you're actually absorbing the 1/3 of the nutrients coming from that particular product. So you don't need to swallow the byproduct of the toothpaste whenever you're brushing your teeth. You just do your usual thing and the body will do its function. It will absorb all of the things that it can absorb and it can help you to be healthy. So what you're seeing right now in front of you is a bee propolis. It is a resinous material that bees use to seal small cracks and gaps in the hive. So if you already see the gap or saw as a particular, a beehive before, you will see that there is an octagon shape there. And that particular thing that is covering that particular, shape, that is the bee propolis. Now, this particular bee propolis is a natural antibiotic and germicide and has been used for thousands of years. Remember that before the invention and the discovery rather of penicillin, we don't have any antibiotics. So what are they using before? To prevent bacterial infection. So of course, they can use this product or this component known as bee propolis because again, this is a natural antibiotic and germicide, and according here, it can fight back infection and speed up wound healing. Helps us in preventing tooth decay. inhibits bacteria and fungal infection like candidiasis. So again, even if you are brushing your teeth, if you're not using the right product, you can still suffer this kind of condition. So what are you going to do? You use a product that is entirely made natural with a natural antibiotic just like B propolis to prevent tooth decay and the discomfort of oral thrush because of candidiasis. So what you're going to do, you use your natural essential herbal toothpaste. Next one, we have the Burn Slim. Burn Slim, my dear friends, has a lot of components as well, such as Garcinia kombucha, L-cysteine peptide, and a lot more. But for now, let me talk about Garcinia kombucha. Okay. Why? Because it helps you to inhibit the body's ability to store fat. So, for example, you eat a certain food. That particular food will be burned immediately so that the food can become energy instead for you to use in your daily activities. So, instead of it converting into fats, again, it will be converted into energy. Next one, helps use an existing body fat for energy during prolonged exercise. So of course, because of Burn Slim, your appetite will be suppressed. So what energy are we going to use? We're going to use the excess fats that is already there in your body because you are not moving and you don't have activities. We have stored fats. This particular stored fats, my dear friends, aside from the fact that it helps us to normalize or regulate the body temperature of the body, it can also be used as an extra energy if you really needed it. So if you're a person who are not contented with your body shape and you want to be slimmer, then Burn Slim can help you do that. Next one. It has hydroxycitric acid or HCA. It reduces appetite based on study. Okay, so if you're asking me, how does it suppress appetite? It's because of the HCA. Now, when you say suppress, we are not going to stop you from eating. It just controls the amount of food you are eating. It's because sometimes, especially if we're seeing a food that is very, very tasty. Okay, we tend to, to just buy it and we want to eat the whole of it. However, our body doesn't need that much calories in our body. So what are we going to do? With the help of the HCA that is present in your Burn Slim, it can help us to suppress your appetite. So that just by eating 1/4 portion of that particular food, you're already feeling full. Next. Note, it is strongly advised that for higher effectiveness, you need to exercise. Okay. So when you say exercise, I'm not telling you to go to the gym. We're just telling you that you still need to move. You can, do household chores. You need to sweat because metabolism increases if we move. The problem with us, that's the reason why we have a lot of stored fats. It's because we lack activities. So what do we need to do? We need to walk. We need to do a lot of, maybe jogging if you are into jogging. Or you can just do cardio exercise such as breeze walking. Okay? So that is your Burn Slim. So what are the products that you can take together with your Burn Slim? Okay. Of course, you can take your Vidamax. You can also take your sugar-free, especially if you still need calories because calories gives us the energy. If you don't have calories in your body, how are you going to have your activities? You don't need to worry even you have calories. Burn Slim will help you to burn those excess calories that you're going to get from the foods and from the drinks that you are drinking and eating. Now let's talk about your Care Lift. Care Lift, my dear friends, is a product that can help us to reduce or eliminate the pain. So as you can see, this is a product that once you get a certain patch, remove the sticker behind it and latch it to your muscle or to your joint that is aching you, it can help you to reduce the pain. Okay. And this reduction of pain or elimination of pain is because of these 9 powerful ingredients. Nanodiamonds. These nanodiamonds help or this particular product to penetrate the different layers of our body to make sure that it targets the cause of the pain. Grapeseed oil, it helps us to open the pores. This particular action will help us to totally absorb the ingredient that is inside the Care Lift. Germanium. Germanium, my dear friends, is a natural heat reflector. So it means it reflects or it absorbs first the heat that is coming out of our body and reflect it back to the area that is giving the pain.
We also have turmeric that can provide us with curcumin. Curcumin is a natural anti-inflammatory, just like the St. John's wort. Remember, if there is an inflammatory, there is pain, and that is something that can give us discomfort. Next is capsaicin that we can find in chilies. It's a natural source of endorphins. Did you know that this particular component can help us to regulate the pain that you are experiencing, that you are feeling? Next, silver ion. The silver ion, my dear friends, helps us to kill bacteria and viruses because there are some conditions that you're experiencing pain in your joints or in your muscle that is not because of too much exercise. Sometimes it's caused by bacteria and viruses as well. So what you're going to do, you use your care lift. Korean ginseng combats musculoskeletal pain, especially if you have extreme exercise. And last but not the least, vitamin E. Vitamin E, aside from the fact that it can help us to glow our skin, okay, it also eases muscle pain after the exercise. By the way, your C24/7 and complete Phyto Energizer has vitamin E. Now, let's talk about next products that we have, the Energy Pendant together with the iProtect 24/7. iProtect 24/7 helps us to oxidize, okay, to remove all of the bacteria and viruses that can ruin our body or that can compromise our immune system. Remember, bacteria and viruses are very small that you cannot see them. So you cannot just, simply slap them just like the mosquito or just like the other insects because they are very small. That's why they're just floating in our surroundings. Now, in order for us to be protected against these unseen enemies, you wear this iProtect 24/7 and put it inside of your energy pendant. By doing so, it will activate the chlorine dioxide, and when that happens, it will create a green zone, a barrier in which whenever there is bacteria, viruses, allergen, fungi that is, about to attach themselves to you, it will be oxidized and it can prevent different kinds of diseases such as pneumonia, malaria, and even tuberculosis. Now, my dear leaders, this particular iProtect 24/7, aside from the fact that you can put it inside the energy, you can also use the retail pack. Okay, if you are not, into fashion, but you want to be protected, we have a product for you. As for your energy pendant protects us against radiation. It's because there are gadgets that we're using that emits a lot of EMF. This particular EMF can lead to different kind of problems in the future, not now. It's because what they're emitting is not that significant to make our body unhealthy. So if you are a person who are always exposed to this kind of this kind of devices and gadgets, in the long run it can also give health problems such as insomnia, hormonal imbalance, miscarriage for women, breast cancer, diabetes, and a lot more. So what are you going to do to prevent that from happening is to wear your energy pendant together with your iProtect 24/7. And last but not the least, we have the energy diffuser. This energy diffuser is a product that you can stick or attach to your gadgets. It's because not every day that you're going to use your iProtect 24/7 pendant, or rather the energy pendant. So for those people who doesn't like to wear fashionable necklace just like the energy, you can use the diffuser. So how to use it? Just latch it or stick it to the gadget that is emitting the EMF. It's just a very small product and it has no expiration. It helps us to lower down the impact of harmful EMF for all electronic devices, not only cell phone, but even laptop. Energy has clinical studies, yes. And energy is infusion from Vital Force Technology, Oregon, USA. Okay, so there you have it. I just finished our special product presentation, and I hope that you get a lot of information from our SPT today. Please use this knowledge to your own advantage so that you can give them the right recommendation, the right products for the condition that they are experiencing right now. So I hope that you enjoyed this one. and you will be able to share this good news and wonderful information to enjoy your business more. So thank you very much, Mr. Monraben. Yes, I love Easy Products. Akere Blessing is the last one still on. Okay. So are we talking about the promo? So I believe we still have the promo. So kindly call or contact the branch near your place. Okay, next. We also have Gerardo. People okay. In Ghana. So when it comes to Ghana, I suggest that you need to contact, you need to contact the Ghana branch. Okay. The Ghana branch to make sure to know more about the products there in Ghana. But as here in Nigeria, we have a lot of, we have a lot of coffees here. And the supplements, it will come soon. Okay. So what you just need to do is for you to contact in any of our regional centers to get your, to get the products that you love. Solomon Eze, thank you very much, ma. WhatsApp number, my WhatsApp number, my dear friends, is there on the schedule. Okay. My WhatsApp number, my dear leaders, are there in the schedule, weekly schedule of all the regional centers, and you will be able to see it there. Okay. So it's already a public number. So you can just contact me regarding the products of the company or regarding any of our, any of our concerns in the business. So thank you very much. Always remember that your health is very important and that is your very first wealth. If you want to enjoy the money that you're going to earn in the future, make sure you're going to take care of your body today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. So thank you very much and I appreciate you guys. I want to invite each and every one of you for tomorrow's NDO part 2. We're going to talk about your skills. So again, if you want to be good, not only in terms of health, then attend your NDO. So see you all, and of course, see you in the office as well, my dear friends. And let's talk about business. So have a wonderful day. Always remember that with God and with that Plan 3.0, everything is possible.